Need a shift dress in your life? Come let me show you how to do it. Hi, welcome to the Creative Nest. I'm Catherine. Welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, I hope you like what you see and you subscribe for more. I make sewing simple and easy. In today's video, I will share with you how to draft a shift dress easy. So if this is something that you are interested in, keep on watching. The first thing I'm going to do is create my starting line. That is about a 1/2 inch. All of my measurements will begin from this line right here. I'm going to take my shoulder to my bust, and that is 10 inches. Shoulder to my waist, that is 17 inches. My shoulder to my hip is 25 inches. And my full length is going to be 38 inches plus 1 inch for same allowance as 39. Okay, so let me just join these lines. I'm going to add 1 inch for my hem allowance. So now that we have all of our vertical lines, let's move on to our horizontal lines. Going to take our shoulder length. My shoulder length is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'm going to put that 7.5 right here. Remember, all of our measurements are being taken from this folded line. I'm going to put the 7.5 on my bust line so that I can get a straight line. Oops, Jesus, what kind of line that is drawing I doing? Sorry. Oh, that camera get me, that stand get me discombobulated, man. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is come down a inch because our shoulders are not straight, they are slanted. Next thing I'm going to do is my shoulder width and depth. I'm going to come in 3.5 inches, and I'm going to go down 3.5 inches, and I'm going to create a straight line. I'm going to use my curve ruler. Remember that slant beat 1 inch we came now? I'm going to join that to my neck. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is a back neckline. I'm going to come down 1.5 inches. I'm going to use an inch for zipper allowance. And so let me just pull that so that you won't be confused. Now that we have our front neck and our back neck, come up a 1/2 inch, and that will be for my seam allowance to join the two necks together. I'm going to measure my armhole depth. My armhole is 8, half of that is 4. I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch. I'm going to take my bust. My bust is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches. And I'm going to add 2 inches because I want the dress to be loose. I am going to join those same 3 points. Now I'm going to do the back armhole, which is not as deep. Alright, so this is the front armhole, this is the back armhole. I'm going to do input my waist measurement. So my waist is 34 today. The last time I did it was 33, but that's how your weight is. Your weight goes up and down. 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. So I'm going to put 8.5. And then I'm going to add my 2 inches for ease and seam allowance. And then I'm going to go to my hip line. My hip is 42 inches. 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. To put my 10.5 and add my 2 inches for ease and seam allowance. The same thing I have on my waist, I'm going to put that on my length. So that's 12.5 to join all of those lines. Make sure you don't have any sharp curves there. Okay, so that is it. Wasn't that easy? Okay, so now I'm going to cut out my dress in the making, and then I'll tell you what to do next. I'm going to cut out the back first. Oh, gee. Oh, yeah. Jesus, I thought I was doing it wrong. Oh, my God. I almost had a baby. Okay, so now I'm going to separate my front from my back. This is the front. And it's on the fold. And that's how the fabric looks. This is the back. Remember, our back is in 2 pieces. We're going to cut out the front armhole and the front neck. That is it for the cutting of the front and the back of our dress. It's look a little short, but I'm not that tall. No, I'm just short. I'm just a shorty. I'm going to bring my front back. We're going to cut a facing for her. Let me pin it down. I'm going to cut a facing of 2.5 inches all around. So that is my facing for my front neckline. Right sides together. Just like that. So let me do that. And this is just for you to have a cleaner finish. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing for the back. All right, so 2.5 inches. I'm going to separate this, and this will be my back facing. Let me attach that. Make sure right sides are kissing. This is what you should have. So these are your 2 back pieces and facing for both of them. Front piece, which is cut on the fold, and it's facing. So now cut out my pocket, and for my pocket I have a piece of fabric folded in 4, so that's 14.5 inches. And so I'm going to cut out all 4 of my pockets at the same time. So that was 14.5 by 21. So I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to open up my fingers. And I'm going to come from the top, and I'm just going to do around my fingers, and then I'm going to come back in. So like that, like a kidney, if that makes sense. I want to make sure that my opening is at least 6 inches. Okay, so that is it for your pockets, and you should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for this portion of the video. I will do a part 2, and in part 2 I will show you how to construct this shift dress easy. So stay tuned for that. If you like what you see on my channel, just a reminder to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's free. share my video with family and friends, and all those persons who love sewing or simply just want to be inspired. I will see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.